All right, guys. All right, we're gonna be starting shortly.
What up, fam?
Ooh. What's going on, P? How you doing, my mans?
This boy said started rubbing his hands right off the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I can't hear you, bro.
You can't hear me?
Nope.
I don't know why. It's on. It's not muted.
Interesting. It's usually me that has the problem, but no, I can't hear you.
Not sure why.
Oh, that's interesting. Still nothing?
It's nothing on my end.
I am Pretty sure. Hold on, give me a second.
Your music's pretty loud.
Yeah. That boy is gonna figure it out, though. I'm pretty sure he's gonna figure it out very shortly. But we're gonna be. I mean, I think that I'm gonna leave it to P to go over the market, to go over and do the analyzing. My music is loud. Oh yes, I did forget to turn it down. I did have it up so that's just for the waiting room. That's weird. Say something. Yeah, I cannot hear a single thing you're saying.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Nothing. Maybe leave and then come back in. But yeah, he's gonna be going over the market. He's gonna be going over and analyzing the market. This is just what I was looking at earlier today. I still what he said on the weekly analysis, I do agree with it. Same type of thing, only way that I'm really looking for price to go bullish is once it breaks through this structure. I feel like it's gonna just continue pushing to the downside. And if it does make this bullish move and then retraces, then I'll be looking for that bearish play. But let's go ahead and see if
Can you hear me?
P is still able. Hold on, let me double check over here and make sure. That's so weird because I can hear you. I heard you on Zoom, but I can't hear you through my headphones, which is so weird.
It's just your headphones, bro.
Go ahead and take these off.
Yeah. The headphones aren't connected to whenever you're going live through 2 streaming platforms, it's only going to connect to 1, I think.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. It's weird. I can't hear you from my end.
Whenever you're going live, 2 streaming platforms, it's only going to connect to 1, I think.
No, like for some reason I can't hear you from my end. That's weird. But anyways, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. And you go ahead and do your thing.
Well, I'm on my iPad, so do you mind just continuing till my computer starts? It's about 3 more minutes. I don't really want to do it from my iPad. I don't got that much. Damn, you can't even fucking hear me. Okay.
All right, no, I got it. There we go. I got it. I figured it out. It was something going on with my headphones.
All right. Well, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay.
I can see your screen, but I could go over whatever you want to do. My bad. That was weird, bro. I don't know what is going on with my audio setting every time I hop on Zoom. Like every time.
All right, so we are gonna just quickly look at the market. We're gonna look at what we did today. We didn't call this trade out to the chat because, well, honestly, we just didn't call it out to the chat. It's not really a system that we've backtested more than 100 times yet. Really, we haven't backtested it more than 100 times, but it ended up working out. And every single day, we are going to start reviewing our trades that we take on these sessions. So we are going to get into some backtesting, and we're going to have some fun, and we're going to talk and chat and everything. But we are always going to look over the trades that we took. So First thing is first we took a trade on the Dow Jones. And if you want to go to the YouTube channel, go to our shorts and you'll be able to see the trade, how it unfolded a little bit. It was a breakout trade. It's not my favorite type of setup, but it really does work in certain scenarios. So let's just go over it really quick. AB, if you have anything to say, bro, just go ahead and just, of course, jump in. So first things first, we had the market was making this move down, but the bullish divergence was present. So it started to flatten out, and then the momentum was showing that we were going to pop. And the market did pop. It made this move to the upside here, and then it started to go sideways. When we got that sideways range here, that was basically the range that we were looking for a breakout. Now let's go to the 15-minute, and you can see on the volume profile, this is where we were getting our TPs in our zones and everything. So let me see here. I need to add something to this. We need to keep this on our favorite tools if they have it. Oh, okay, forget it. But the zones that we're looking at right here, okay, you could see how the volume profile was major level right here. Let's make this a supply area. And there was basically not a lot of volume in between this area. So what it was suggesting is the market is either going to come into this zone or it was going to come back down into this zone down here. And we'll mark this as a demand area. And so it was a breakout scenario where the market was ranging, going sideways. And we're going to bring it to the 5-minute. And the strategy that we're trading is kind of in line with one of our other students, Cole. It's you basically just wait for the breakout of the session. Okay. And here's the first initial breakout to the downside happened, but we weren't looking for the downside. We were waiting for the upside. And then once we got this upside breakout, we were targeting this zone up here. It didn't quite get there. We ended up actually getting broken even barely. And it looks like the market is starting to move in our direction, which is all good. But we took the trade around right here. After that 5-minute close, we had the stop loss below that 5-minute candle. And we were targeting, this area. It was a 1 to 4 type trade. And we took half off when it hit 1 to 2. So right when it got to here, we took half off, and it was a really nice 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 minutes. We made $500. So losing streak is done for, but we're not even going to talk about that because it is done for. That was a good trade. The only thing I think we could have done better, possibly, and this is all 2020 hindsight, is whenever the market, and this is one thing I noticed, but whenever the market created this double top, we had some pretty big bearish divergence here. And when the market was pushing up again, there wasn't any volume with it really. And then whenever I was looking at the other markets, they had moved up way more and needed to correct. So in my opinion, it was okay if we were to take profits right there because of just the divergence set in, but we're still working with the system, trying to get it to full TPs and whatnot. It ended up going 1 to 3. So very good trade. It's good to review those. AB, do you have anything to say about the trade?
I don't. No, I don't. You basically said everything that I would have wanted to say about the trade. Definitely. I'm definitely interested to see what. Hold on, let me change my color. But I'm definitely interested to see what the Dow Jones does tomorrow. Like, I'm really excited to see what it's gonna do tomorrow because
this area is either gonna fail or hold.
Yeah, exactly.
There's volume there from this day. 2 days worth of volume is sitting right there. So that's going to be an interesting spot. Let's fib this real quick and see from here to here. And let's bring out some impulse. And it's sitting right at that 78.6. So what I would like to see in order to take a trade here tomorrow, AB, is, and you probably already know, but I want to see this come down just a hair, probably come tap this 50 EMA, which will bring this down a hair. And I want it to get a little negative. I want the MACD to show a little bit of negative momentum, and then it creates some type of divergence here, just like we had here. So then this would come up, make a higher high, but the momentum kind of dropping, showing the possibility at least of this giving us a shot here to the downside. This would need to line up with, this is already at the 78.6.
Yeah, man.
But this has no divergence. This is making higher highs, and so is the momentum. So I'm still waiting on this bitch for the momentum to snap. And this might give a really good entry way up here versus but this is looking good. And then this is getting close to the 78.6 as well, I believe. Let me see how these daily candles looked on the volume. Okay, low, not crazy volume, even though it's making these higher highs. And the daily has bearish divergence. The 4-hour has new momentum. So yeah, we gotta be careful for these bears. If the dollar does actually make that move to the downside that I want to see, and I guess it's not on this chart that I had marked up, then we probably will see those go make a higher high. But let's do some backtesting. You want to? I think it muted, but my computer.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll go ahead and backtest some Euro USD.
There we go.
Do you remember what day that you were backtesting Euro USD, or what time?
What I did, I think, is I went on the 15-minute and I just backed up like 2 rounds worth. I think I started on like July, and I think at one point I was in like September, so I did like 2 months worth or something.
Okay, let me go ahead and go on over to my Euro USD chart. I have some stuff I gotta delete.
Let me stop sharing.
Okay, so I have a whole bunch of drawings over here that I have hidden that I need to bring back up, unless daily time frame, or looking at the weekly. I mean, hold on, before I do that, let me save that. I was doing something on our YouTube real quick. Was trying to change the thumbnail. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, where I last was backtesting was around, dang, it was not in 2022. It was over here. My record was 35, 9, and 5, but I don't have any of, apparently everything that I had written got deleted somehow. So that's all good. I'm not even going to worry about it too much. I'll just stick to the record. And I believe I was chilling around somewhere like in April or March back in 2022. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know what? I don't want to do that, and I'd rather just try to see if I can go back further in time and just stay on the 15-minute time frame type of thing. Like, what do you think? What do you think about that?
Just do that. I mean, ultimately, we need to just get comfortable doing whatever. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't even matter. It's not like we have a photographic fucking memory to remember what we've seen. We're not that type of people.
We're really not.
We're just trading a system. So
yeah, I'm gonna just go back to 2020 real quick.
Just do whatever you feel like doing, and then when we're in the markets, we'll kind of help each other make more decisions that we make in the trading and see how we really be doing things.
All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put it over here in November 2020 and go on the 15-minute time frame and see if if TradingView would even allow me to get down here.
Okay, yeah.
All right, yeah, cool, awesome. All right, so first and foremost, looking at the daily time frame right now, we see that price has been making bearish push to the downside. It's slightly increasing with volume on the daily time frame. The volume is increasing as price is decreasing. It seems as if it made let me back it up a little bit. Hasn't made a top here, but it made a top back here back in 2018. That's something to watch out for. Going on to the weekly time frame, I don't know why I just did that, because it just showed us what the candlestick is gonna, what the weekly close. But I hate TradingView for that, dude. Like, so I mean, it looks like it's at a double bottom. What I would have expected. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, I'm gonna keep it authentic, and I'm gonna say what I would have expected the market to do here. Is I was expecting it that if it was coming to this zone, that it was gonna either push to the downside for a fake out, go bullish, and then retrace a continuation. So I was looking for a fake out play, number one, or two, with how price is dropping and how the volume is slightly starting to increase. I would actually be thinking that price would continue going bearish, but I wouldn't make a play here. I wouldn't try to buy. I wouldn't try to sell. I'd be like, you know what? I got to be patient and wait to see what the market is going to do, because my strategy that I usually trade does not consist of me playing double tops and double bottoms. So going on to the 4-hour time frame, seeing that prices made a 4-hour bullish engulfing candle right there, just off of the structure. So that I'm like, okay, that's pretty interesting, but I'm still going to be watching for it. If anything, what I'll be watching for on the 1-hour time frame, I mean, even with that, because it's just at that structure, it'd be iffy to me. If I'll be looking for a bearish play, it'd be from the high of 1.17041 to, give me a second. It'd be at the high of 1.17041 to the low of like 1.16228. I don't want to see price make a push to the upside before I look to short it or anything like that. You know, there is the point of control. There's some volume sitting up over here, but if price slips past 1.16867, then it's just going to keep going bullish, in my opinion. And it's probably going to end up going bullish up until these highs, to say the least, on the 4-hour time frame type of play. Because after this, realistically speaking, I'd even want to see how price retraces back up to this zone. So that's even going to be a huge thing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and see what day it's a Monday. So that's actually funny that I'm actually like this it's on a Monday right now. So gonna go into the 15-minute time frame and fast forward and see what price is going to do over here. Okay, so price just made this bullish run up over here. I don't necessarily like the play. You know, volume is increasing as well as price is increasing on the 15-minute time frame. if it would have made like an ABC pattern, it would have been a way better trade to play. You know, there is with the price action, price is saying that there's volume to the downside here. But again, if price just keeps going bullish, which I kind of think it is, I don't want to get in on this candlestick right here, then price is just going to continue going bullish. And realistically speaking, right now, the way how I'm seeing this market, I would way rather play the bulls. I mean, and it's not even because I just saw what's going to happen. It's not even because of that. I can care less. It's more of, like this bullish move. It's more appealing to me to play.
The volume is increasing as well.
Exactly, the volume is increasing as well, right? So it's more appealing to me to play.
Just to let you know, on my end, I'm playing this with you. Like as you go, I'm playing it out on my side.
Awesome, perfect. So even looking at this, like look at the volume. Like you can clearly see there is a break of the volume as it was increasing. So yeah, I wouldn't want to play this bullish move right here. I'm gonna leave the fib up just to see if it does end up going. Then we'll see how far it goes down. But I'm not playing the trade. I'm not playing this. This is not what I would want to play. Exactly, perfect. And that's just a perfect no call. So that's that's just one of our things when we're talking about if price just retraces. I mean, if it's making a retracement move that we think it's making, and it actually ends up being that, this is not a retracement. This thing is just going to keep going bullish. That's why we wait for that ABC pattern for a better confirmation, or we wait to see what that volume is really talking about, because we were seeing the volume increasing as price was increasing. So again, that volume, the speed of the retracement, and all that jazz is really spot on. So let's go ahead and again, I'll be looking now for the bullish move. I like that this structure right here got broken. I really love that structure got broken there. I want to go on to the 4-hour time frame real quick. However, 50 EMAs right there. Okay, that's okay. But over here on the 4-hour time frame, I do like and I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm just gonna keep it real to how I would play. I would be looking at the markets and playing the markets. I don't like that's just. Again, like I as I've said before, you know, if you're really out here back testing and you're cheating yourself, it's gonna go show when you're trading in the markets. It's not gonna be like, oh well, you can cheat the markets. No, you have to be as real as possible when you're on here. It's the only way you're gonna get better, right? So this bearish move right here on Euro USD is what I'll be watching for on the 4-hour time frame. And I see that the point of control, when I zoom out the pricing, the volume gets down over here, but when I come over to just this pricing exclusively, I can see that pricing, that point of control on the volume profile is at 1.182, like around that 1.18252 area. So that's something that I'm going to be watching for as price is making that push to the upside. So let's go ahead. Lower time frame. I am looking for this 1 hour. The 1 hour itself, like look at it. The 1 hour, I'm like, I didn't even look at the 1 hour off of this trade, and it's always telling me not to get in too. So it's like perfect. But yeah, if the 1 hour can make a retracement like this and then continue going bullish, that would be nice for this trade, for this sell opportunity. So we're going to see what that looks like. I did not mean to go on the 1 hour. I meant to be on the 15-minute, but man, did it make that interesting moves to the upside, then a drop like this. So okay, so let's just take a look at this 15-minute right now. If price continues to drop at this speed, then I don't think that I'm gonna want to play this 15-minute bullish move. This 15-minute to 1 hour bullish move right here at 1.16539. You know, ultimately, yes, that is what I want, but with the speed of how the market is coming down, it's kind of scary. So I want to play this candlestick by candlestick. Okay.
Not for me, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh, and first of all,
See? And
no, yeah, exactly. I'm glad that I didn't even want to play it first. And first of all, and secondly, I forgot to change the zoom, of course, like how I always do, to unlimited. So that's funny. I don't think that it's gonna give me a chance to do it now to switch over, but I'm gonna try it anyways. But yeah, no, exactly. Like just that bearish move to the downside, it didn't even give a great ABC pattern at all. It could have been like, oh well, on the 5 minute or 1 minute time frame, it retraced a little bit. It's not good enough. It is not good enough.
That volume started to come.
And exactly, that volume started to come through. So hey, what we could possibly see now is off of this 15-minute. If price turns around off the dime like that, then hey, maybe something can go on. But as for me right now, there was no way I would have gone into that trade. And
yeah, exactly. What I'll say is that when a market does something like this, something's about to happen. It's either about to tank stupid, or it's about to reverse stupid, because it just did something.
Yep. So we got that bearish move to the downside now. So guess what? When I see a bearish move like this, I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be interested in the sells, but it depends on what's gonna happen at this structure. Is price gonna literally do what I just said and make a fake out to the downside? Which I mean, I would have loved it to make a deeper fake out. I would have loved for it to make a deeper fake out. But is it really going to make a fake out right here and then go bullish? We're about to find out right now. So, ooh. Okay.
So there would be no plays off that yet, but that's a close area to sell from, maybe.
That's scary hours for me to sell from.
But
if I'm being real,
the ABC was there.
The ABC is here. So that's pretty decent. The retracement, it wasn't. I mean, I gotta measure the time. So from this high to this low, it was about. No, I gotta make sure that it's accurate. It was 2 hours and 30 minutes for the price to drop to the downside, and then so from this low to this high, to the 78.6 over here. Let me just get to the 78.6. It took 9 hours and 30 minutes. So it basically took 3 times as long to get to my fib versus how long the price dropped down to. Realistically speaking, I would take this trade. It made an ABC on the rise. On the rise, volume was not increasing. You know, the volume as it got to the 78.6, it was just the same volume as right here when it made the B pattern. I would take it. I'm being real with myself. There's a lot of confluences that I would take. And then let me go to the 1 hour time frame real quick just to see what it looks like. Even without me seeing this candlestick, price pushing, I would have taken it. The volume, same thing right here. There's not a lot of volume. What time would it be? I would probably awake, be like, okay, yes.
Oh yeah, limit order.
Yep. Yeah, it would have been a limit order. I would have been awake. I would have played it. And again, being real with myself. So
we've been doing this.
There's a lot of confluences. Broke the structure. I mean, that was a given. Like, so but what I'm doing is I usually go for 1 to 2s on my back testing, and then I note what happens after. If my 1 to 2 hits, I would note what happens after. And even if my stop loss, because now my stop loss is at break even, I've taken 0.2%. So I'm not gonna talk too much when it comes to this. I'm just gonna do 1W, and then I'll say what happened with it, right? So it's a W, 1 to 1. I'm up 0.2% because I'll take 20% profits at this moment, and my stop loss is at break even, type of thing. So now let's continue with this. All right, it's probably going to stop me out. All right, so I got stopped out at break even right there. So I got a W, and then so that's plus 0.2%. I got stopped out at break even. Let's see what happens after. the stop out at break even, price continues going bullish. So after that, stop loss hit after. All right, and so now I just keep going with it. I'm gonna leave that. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave it up. I'm gonna go ahead and leave it up. So now,
Can I say something real quick?
oh yeah, go ahead.
So I'm looking at my chart, and I'm on the futures euro. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just comparing the volume on this because I like that. But
Absolutely.
One thing I noted, or I'm noticing, or I noticed, is Tuesday when the market opened, there was a gap up, and it broke that high right there. That move, that initial fake out to the left a little bit
Tuesday.
more.
Okay,
right
yeah.
There. You see that fake out, and then we get the crash down.
Yeah.
That happened in the Aussie session.
Yep.
So that's one thing that's weird, right? Like,
yeah, now that you mentioned it, it really did happen during Aussie session.
So that's weird. And then one thing to note, I know we're not super back testing this, but you see how the fake out happened before the downside move. So we get the fake out up and then the crash down.
Yeah.
The fake out up had literally no volume.
Zero volume. Zero. Look at on the way up, it started to pick up. It started to pick up little by little, but then on the crash down, that's when the volume was really starting to increase.
Right. But then it gets overtaken. So now we're looking bullish.
And so,
but some volume tips right there that I'm looking at, and I want everyone to start to look at as well.
Absolutely. We got to pay like that volume when you pay attention to it. I mean, it'd be clutch. So next up now, I mean, based off of rules, right, on the higher time frames, like with the 1 hour, I'd be like, okay, price broke through this structure right here. So I'd be looking for the bullish move if price were to retrace back in here. But right now, this is coming into that 4 hour fib that I was referring to earlier. And I do not care for it by any means necessary on the 4 hour. What is this?
Nope.
What is this? What is no? I would no.
Nope.
That's scary hours. This right here. Oh, look at it. Even
oh no, it wouldn't be a play.
It wouldn't be a play because look at it. It literally came up, rejected off of that 61.8, and then pushed all the way down and made a lower low off top. Already, the play is already invalid.
One thing,
let alone with price coming back into the 78.6. Go ahead, P.
One thing that we know this, but I think we haven't really spoken it out loud in a long time. The higher the time frame that we're on, so if we're on a 5 minute time frame, that 78.6 getting wicked is so much more important versus a 4 hour time frame. It's like you have time to wait when you're on a 4 hour time frame versus a 5 minute time frame. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when we're on a 4 hour time frame and prices approaching the 78.6, there is probably going to be multiple touches of that 78.6 if it's gonna fall.
Yep.
But if you're on a 5 minute time frame, if that thing starts touching the 78.6 multiple times, you're screwed. So it's really important when you're on these lower time frames. You really want to be super accurate, like to the T, versus when you're on a 4 hour time frame, you genuinely have time to wait. All right, go ahead.
Absolutely not. Genuine, like he's right. He's right. Like you have the opportunity, and even off of the higher time frame fibs type of thing, even if you don't get that 78.6 pricing exactly, it's not going to affect your P&L that much more differently.
Exactly.
It's not going to affect your P&L that much more differently compared to if it's on like the 5 minute or the 15 minute time frame. So